Hey, welcome back to Snacks and Suplexes. I am your host, Michael Christian, with some new merch out. And today it is a very sweet podcast, Sweet 16 to be exact. I am here with Camden Francis, Mr. 501, PWI 501. I saw that on
Yes, sir.
Instagram and it made me roll. I was like, oh my God. I was like, when do they do more? I was like, oh,
I just missed the list. That's what happens. That's just what happened. But they told
absolutely.
me I got a personal call that hey, we had to cut it off somewhere, and so I just want everyone to know that's exactly what happened.
I mean, Grado was 500, and he did get a good long appearance on Impact Wrestling for what, 3 years?
Yeah,
Anything can happen. It is wrestling. But I am here with Camden Francis, one half of Oh So Delicious, a tag team in Midwest Wrestling Combat, who I had the honor of watching wrestle Vince Diamond and Ryan Crow, them and their two fans. They
yeah.
got
They
two
had
signs out there. They had
two
two.
fans. I think it was one fan, and they paid someone to hold another sign. But that's beside the point.
Hey, I will say, "Oh So Delicious" had the smoothest pop I had ever heard. I was like, what song is this? I was like, it's catchy. And at first I see, I'm like, interesting. And then the pop, I was like, yep, I'm ready. Like, this is awesome.
That was just a taste, my friend. There's more of
Yes,
that. There's
and the
more
snack
coming.
cakes. The first time you saw Cake Monster with the snack cakes, what was that like?
The
Or
first
who
time
brought
I
them?
saw I saw
Yes.
Cake Monster. The first time I saw Cake Monster with the cakes, I was like, "Is this dude for real right now? Like, he's not about to. He's gonna hand these out. He's about to eat these like a pregame." And obviously, like you've seen the energy he brings and just the character that he is. It's. I'll just say that it's very interesting seeing the dynamic change from behind the curtain to in front of the curtain. That's what I'll leave it at that. It's always a pleasure when I can tag with Cake Monster for sure.
I will say y'all have done villains and fan favorites. I've seen you do villains out in the middle of Kentucky nowhere. I watched that was hard to watch, honestly,
Yeah.
where the ring was like falling apart, Cake Monster's
Oh,
trying to put it back. Yeah.
you remember when the ropes broke? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. I
That
watched
is
that. I was like, oh no.
one of my favorite. I can't say my favorite match. That's not true at all. But one of my favorite moments that's happened because organically the rope just broke. Like on the top, the turnbuckle, it just came off. And we're in the middle of the show. We're live, pal. What are you gonna do? Uh, but however, it's my corner. I'm holding it. As long as I'm there, the tag rope, I can go anywhere I want. So I'm standing in the middle of the ring. I Cake Monster tags me. I'm like, hey ref, I have the rope. And what's he gonna do about it? He didn't do squat about it. That's what happened.
He just was like Pikachu face.
Yeah, that
I
is one of the funniest and most proud moments I can say I've been in the middle of a wrestling ring.
You did get to wrestle your trainer, if I'm not mistaken, Congo Kong, because I've been reviewed like 94 Congo Kong trainees.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people that his influence throughout wrestling isn't really known about that well. We hope that it can be built up, especially independent scene. Hopefully we get more and more opportunities. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, more chances to go out there and do my thing in front of people. But sorry, the question, first time I wrestled him or just in general wrestling him?
The tag team match against CFR, Oso Delicious versus a Boy and His Monster. I
Yeah.
loved that match because there were so many little things you could see. Because each one of you would glance at Congo and you could see like a little head movement, but not enough for like anyone to notice. But I look for small details. You could see like he's still coaching, even though he's on the opposite team. He's still like, you know what to do. Like watch.
Yeah, my first that was there was a few times we've wrestled, we had the honor of being in the ring with him. If it's the one I'm thinking of at least was my first official match, you can say. And so definitely I felt those chops he was giving me, something that Congo Kong says is you hit the ones you love the hardest. And I'll just say he hit me pretty hard. But also, if you're somehow listening to this, Congo Kong, remember when I stomp you, that's what you taught me. Is you hit the ones you love the hardest. So
I You brought it up. I did not. But Congo's going to be here next Wednesday.
oh, that's gonna be awesome.
I wasn't going to say anything until you like just in case you called him out, but I've
No,
interviewed CFR, I've interviewed Congo, Anthony Toatelli, Serge. I did almost all of Congo's students because they're all like, yeah, I'll definitely do it. Anthony hit me up at the show. He's like, what's the shirt for? I was like, oh, that's the podcast I run.
sick.
Anthony's a cool guy, though. I've been watching him since I was 19 years or 18 years old, and I'm 30 now, so a very long time.
Okay, dude, that makes me happy because I know that makes him feel old. So that's cool.
But yeah, he's in better shape than somebody half his age.
Yeah, Anthony is. He's phenomenal. He really is, and he's just someone that like. I think I told him this at the last Fort Wayne show. Is I feel like I haven't been wrestling for too long, about 3 years, and I think I have a grasp on like how to do things, the right time to do things. I think I've got it figured out, right? Maybe a little bit of puffiness in my head, right? And then I'll watch a match like his that he had that night and be like, oh no, that guy gets it. I still got a lot to learn.
Oh, absolutely. Anthony's like, always have your ears open. You're given 2 ears for a reason. Just listen. He was like, he's like, it's good to see you because Anthony would always show up to my work when I worked at Sam's Club, but he was like, hey, and then he finally remembered my name, and I just thought that was the coolest experience ever.
Right on.
And the one time I sit down, my phone's just going off. Did you see that the Wyatt Six, 3 of them were released?
No, I had not seen.
Yeah.
That just happened.
Yeah, Nikki Cross and Joe Gacy. So sad to see, but it's wrestling. It's what happens.
It's brutal, man. Especially right after just WrestleMania. You think with all the ads,
absolutely.
they would have enough money. No, I get it. But that's, of course, it sucks.
What was it? Black Wednesday. They released 50 people in 2020.
Yeah, it was. Man, it's always tough, especially like. I just think of myself like, for me, I can't say for every independent wrestler, right? But for me, the dream would be work for the dub. Of course, that's I grew up watching the WWE, the Hardys, The Rock. Those are like, then a little later, John Cena, of course, and that's just my dream. And so I can't even fathom like you get there, right? You through developmental, through the indies, however someone gets to they get to their spot, they have matches on TV, they might even win titles, and then like that is just gone. It's brutal. So my heart goes out to anyone who gets released for sure. But that's an opportunity for them to go out and make a name for themselves outside of the bright lights of New York, as they say.
Be more like Dolph, or formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, who became a lot more. Who was so valuable to how many different companies around the world?
Everyone knew his talent, man. Like everyone knows how good Nick is. We could say that, right?
I'm sorry, he will always be Dolph Ziggler, like no matter what.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's crazy to believe he was with WWE almost 20 years. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
A lot of different games. Well, let's get started on some of the questions. I was going to say, who were those who you idolized growing up, but you already answered that one.
Yeah, those are so my favorite wrestler of all time is John Cena, without a doubt. And there was a while in my life for sure where that was like kind of embarrassing to say. Like I didn't want to tell anybody because for like that maybe 6 to 8 year period, it was just John Cena sucks. This guy can't wrestle. I was like, I don't want to say he's my favorite. People are going to clown me. But no, John Cena, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So as he went away, started doing movies, he comes back, and yeah, everyone just appreciates how great he is. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. After that, I loved Christian. I still love Christian. I think he doesn't get talked about how great he is. That would be probably, I'd say, one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time for me. Better than Edge, in my opinion, because growing up also, Hardy Boys were like the guys. Everyone loved the Hardys, right? But everybody loved Jeff. But I was the guy. He's like, you know what? I like Matt Hardy more. That's me. And what happened with Lita and Edge and all that stuff? I always had a hard time cheering for Edge. That's what it was. Even when he beat
that was crazy.
So the storyline, it was real. That's like that's real.
Wait, did he really get released? And then they bring him back, and he's just pummeling Edge. And they've talked now about it. They're like, that's one of our favorite storylines because you felt everything.
Yeah, and I'm like 9 or 10 years old maybe when that happens, and even I understood the gravity of like, well, I thought it was all real at that point when I really think about it. So of course I'm like, this is real. But like looking back retroactively, I'm like, oh no, that was real. Uh, those are so much. And then I'll say Daniel Bryan and Bryan Danielson. Uh, I love him because he's not like that. He's not this big dude. You know, he's not like a John Cena like character. He's not like a Sheamus. He's not like a Triple H. But bro, he knows how to work. He knows how to wrestle, and that kind of like he like in my brain, it's like if he can do it, of course he's in great shape. I'm not saying any of that stuff, right? Of course he works hard and all that jazz, right? He doesn't have the genetics that jack him up to be larger than life per se, but the fact that he could just go on and have the career that he had is it makes me feel like I can do it. One other person is The Miz. I did before I trained with Congo Kong. I went to Black and Brave Wrestling Academy with Seth Rollins, Merrick Brave out there. I'm a graduate of that program as well. And one of the students one day asked me, he's like, who's a wrestler that like you want your style to be after? And The Miz is the guy that came to mind, just because he's not hoisted people over his shoulders in military presses. He's not doing double moonsaults, anything crazy like that. But Miz is one of, again, another very underappreciated wrestler and worker. So that's something that I could like to take bits and pieces of and see how I can wrestle like him.
Oh, absolutely. I will ask you this. Did you get emotional during Cena's last match? Like, did you feel the goosebumps go like up and down? Like you're just heavy chested, like, nope, I'm not crying. Nope, he didn't just take his shoes off.
No, I didn't cry. I could say that, but it was like a surreal moment. Just like watching him. I remember the '05 Rumble, him and Batista, right? '05. I had a bet with the buddies, like, he's like, Batista's gonna win. I'm like, no, John Cena's gonna win. And John Cena's he's just been my guy. So watching that and like the book closed on his career. They say retirement's never real in wrestling, but I'll always take it for real for right now. So it was crazy how he went out too, you know. He let go. He didn't give up, he let go. My wife was watching, who's not even a big wrestling fan. She's like, what? He can't do that. He can't do that. So, yeah, it was surreal. I not many things make me cry, but they've probably got me a lot closer than I like to admit.
Bray Wyatt documentary.
Haven't seen it yet, bro. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I will tell you this. And the same thing with a gentleman that goes by the Fiend of Ohio, who's the one who messaged me about the Wyatt 6 being released. He said the same thing. You're never ready. You're never going to be ready. It's like watching your child be born. Your first child, your second. It doesn't matter. You are never ready to be a dad. I have 2 kids, so I can get away with saying.
Yeah,
you're never ready.
I have 1 kid as well. He's about to be 2 next month. So
it doesn't feel like it's been 2 years though. It's like
absolutely not. I remember recently, wife showed me a picture. I'm like, what was that, like 3-4 months ago? She's like, no, that was like 9 months ago. Like, no way. Oh my goodness. So
absolutely. Yeah. My kids are 5 now, and now I've restarted my wrestling collection. So
yeah, there you go, dude. That's sick.
It has nothing on CFR. CFR has a very impressive collection.
He's got an absurd collection, I'll say. I dig the Pikachu back there too, by the way.
Thank you. I got an Umbreon too.
Oh, I didn't even notice that until you pointed out. Very cool, man.
And then I got my Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff. I've got the entire Wyatt 6 collection, a bunch of pop figures, and a bunch of horror movie figures.
There you go. Dude, that's sick. I'm not much of a...
Everybody forgets to point out a New Jack autograph. That's one of my prized possessions right there.
Oh, dude, that's sick. Yeah. I'm not much of a physical, like I have 3 jerseys. That's probably all I have. I don't have a lot of, like, memorabilia, but I love seeing people's collections and then being able to pull out some things that are just, like, I've never even seen that before. That stuff makes me very happy.
Oh, where is it at? I pulled it out and people were like so confused when they say, oh, my wife surprised me by buying me a Mew figure.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then my wife's collection of wildness.
Yeah.
I will say her Belle is one of my favorite collectibles.
Oh, that is pretty neat, dude.
Yes. She hand-stitched the picture right here, too.
Wow.
And she hand-stitched this on and this on.
That's so cool.
You get a wife to support the dream.
Yeah, that's what, like, my wife has been so supportive. In fact, she's like, nagging me like, "You need to work out more. You need to get back to working out more." And I'm like, "You're right. I know." And so
If you ever need a
that's something.
cardio help, come to me.
Yeah,
I try to do cardio more. Come to me. I'm always trying to do more cardio.
yeah, it's so weird. Like, growing up, I was never really felt like, yeah, I get winded and I had asthma growing up as well. But I always felt like when I caught like my second wind, it was like unlimited. Like if I'm playing like pickup basketball or even playing football in high school, I get to the point where I'm like really catching my breath. But then like I get over that point, I feel like I'm good to go. I'm about to be 30. I feel like that doesn't happen like it used to for me. So I know that I really need to take exercise and my diet way more seriously.
Speaking of diet, what is your go-to snack on the road? Like you've just got done doing a tag match with Cake Monster, and you see a gas station or a Buc-ee's or whatever. What is your go-to stop? Like, where are you going to walk down the aisle and wash down with a nice cold water or chocolate milk? Chocolate milk's my
Well,
thing, but yeah.
if you're going for snack, that's tough, man. I love chips, so maybe I'll grab like some Takis, some Doritos. I like those popped corn chips that are kind of a little newer thing. I can't remember if that's exactly what they're called. But usually I just find like a Rain energy drink and I'm chilling with that.
Oh, I drink a lot of different caffeine. I've already finished them both. Between all the caffeine I drink, I'm pretty sure I exceed about 2,000 milligrams a day.
Well, hopefully your heart keeps up with that, man. I really hope that.
Oh, it's like 70 beats per minute right now. I'm more anxious to be on camera than I am with energy. My heart rate is higher right now than it is when I'm working.
Well, I mean, the caffeine and the combination of that,
Yeah. It's just because I'm a wrestling fan and I get so overly excited. Though I did an interview a few days ago with Joseph Schwartz. I had been watching him since I was 14 years old. And he's like,
so cool.
"You reached out to me?" I was like, "Oh, 100%." And I have his book right here, which he's opening a wrestling school in Michigan.
A word.
And honestly, it was like $25. It was worth it.
Yeah, that's sick.
And he autographed it for free.
Even better.
He's like, "Yep." I was like, "Yep, that's wrestling fan me like freaking out." But I did send your Instagram and Cake Monsters to Joseph Schwartz school just because why not? He runs a wrestling show like every 2 weeks, and he's like, "Do you know any tag teams?" I'm like, "Oh, I know a tag team." Just because the Indiana Pop was awesome.
Yeah, that's right. But we are the tastiest tag team on the independent wrestling scene. I'll say that.
I said if you ever became a trio and Tate Manson became part of your group, he need to switch his name to Tater Manson.
I mean, I don't think there's an invitation out there for Tate Manson anytime soon to join us. Delicious.
Tell me that wouldn't work though. But tell me that wouldn't be funny.
Only if he dressed up like an actual potato. Then I'd be cool with it.
Why not a bag of chips?
I need a brown Russell potato, and then we can call it a thing.
What is your pre-match ritual?
My pre-match ritual. I don't know if I really have one, to be honest. I try to, when I'm in the ring, I try to make sure I hit a couple squats, just feel the ropes if I can. But I don't really have anything crazy for a pre-match ritual. I like to stand by the curtain and get in the zone mentally, but I don't do anything crazy. I don't feel like I have to do 100 jumping jacks. I don't have to do 100 push-ups. I'm not reading a book right before I go out there. I don't have any crazy ritual, to be honest. I don't eat a snack cake before I go out there. I'll say that for sure.
You don't. Okay. I mean, I would if Cake Monster's right there and he's just holding them like, "Hey, toss me one."
No, I don't think I've ever eaten one before match.
Wow, I'd bite through the wrapper just to get a reaction. I used to do. It's not the same thing. I used to work for a backyard wrestling company. I would do anything to pop the boys almost.
No, you're that guy. Okay.
I wore a kilt through. I wore a kilt all through setting up the ring, through 2 different promos, through getting beat up by 4 different people, and I kept the kilt on without it being a wardrobe malfunction. So I was very proud of that.
That's very impressive, honestly.
It was taped to my legs. It was taped to my legs.
It wasn't going anywhere.
No, it was just a little bit of duct tape, but everybody's like, "Really?" I was like, "Why not?" And then somebody was like, "Are you wearing something underneath?" I had shorts on, luckily. But
yeah,
it was just the shorts thing and it looks like Tate Manson is hanging out here.
What's up,
He's in
Tater?
he's like, yeah, no. Tate Manson, you're all right in my book. All y'all were great to talk to. All of y'all were great. What was the moment you realized you wanted to be a wrestler? Like, was there a certain moment in wrestling? Was there, oh, I can fall on my back and not hurt? It's going to hurt, but it's just building that callus up.
Well, the moment where I realized I wanted to be a wrestler, it's kind of been like as a childhood dream of mine, like, I want to be a wrestler, you know? And then you just get older and life things happen, kind of forget about it. And then it's like, how do you even become a wrestler? No idea, right? And shortly after I got married, just kind of had this realization that, you know, I was happy with what I was doing in life, but it just felt like I needed a shift. Something needed to change. And this is, I don't even know if I've shared this before. It was watching WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes comes back to the WWE. And shortly after that, or maybe a week or two, maybe it was the day after, I don't know, he's doing an interview, and someone just asks him, is like, well, why'd you come back to the WWE? And, you know, he's saying, like, oh, my dad never really got to be the champion, and now that I'm here, I don't know if I ever will, but I have to be here to find out, or something along those lines, right? And for me, that was like, oh, man, like, I don't know, you know, if I could be a wrestler, right? I don't ever know if I'd have to, like, be able to. But if I don't ever try, I'll never know. And it was kind of like the aha moment. God opened up the clouds. It was like, this is the door for you. Go run through it, man. And so I knew Seth Rollins had a wrestling school. I messaged him. This is funny, too. At first, I messaged him, and they're like, hey, we don't have any spots till would have been, it was 2022. So he said, we don't have any spots till 2024. Are you still interested? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Just let me know if something changes. And like 5 minutes later, he's like, we had someone drop out for January of 2023. Do you want that spot? I was like, well, that's quick, but I'm in. Let's do it. So that's the moment I realized I wanted to be a wrestler. I think a moment where it was like, oh, I might be able to do something here was at Black and Brave, get through the 12 weeks, which sucked. It was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of not fun at the same time. They run you ragged in Rupshaw up there. But at the end of it, there was a guy, his name is Eric, or E-Rock, as he's known, and he's been wrestling for a little bit. He's a lot younger than me, but he was wrestling already. He came there to kind of just get better. And he looked at me and said, hey, you know, for someone who's never wrestled before, you did really well. I'm really surprised. It's like, okay, that's cool. And so I've just been doing my best, keep going, keep grinding, and maybe it'll lead to something bigger, but I won't know unless I try.
I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to think of what the name E-Rock means. Was he in Ring of Honor?
No, he wrestles in the New York area, so I don't believe he's ever been on Ring of Honor.
The name E-Rock rings a bell, but I've probably watched over 200 hours of wrestling in the last, 2 months, so I'm pretty high up there in hours. Somebody's like, how many hours do you watch? I was like, today, 6. I found out Cake Monster had a YouTube, so I've been able to watch a lot more of your stuff, and it fed to other videos of yours.
Right, appreciate it. That's cool.
I mean, you had a YouTube channel a year ago, but you don't really post on it, and that's fine.
Usually he's recording the matches, so I just upload it to his channel, and I don't worry about it. I need to be better about it, though, especially in times where if I'm doing a singles match or he's doing a singles match.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm like, because when you were out at really, he's gone rookie numbers. I'm getting dogged on my own show. That's okay, though. We don't believe each other. It means we don't like each other.
Hey, I'm impressed with that many hours, so don't worry about it, man. Don't let the haters bring you down.
Just shake it off like Taylor Swift says. Ooh, there's a new. That's what. If I ever get a hold of music for any show Tate Manson's at, he's coming out to shake it off.
Well, there is a wrestler by the name of Jeremy Hadley, President Hadley, he calls himself, and I believe he comes out to a Taylor Swift song at times. He's number one Swiftie or something like that, he says.
Is that you? No, that's not UK. That sounds like Hadley sounds like a California name. So there's a good chance he's on the East Coast, West Coast.
He's in Indiana. He's in Indiana.
He's in Indiana. Oh,
I don't know if he's from here or not, but I know he wrestles here. We've had a match. It was for Midwest Combat Wrestling. It was when we did a show over in Ohio last year. But
Yes, yes. I'm all over the place today. It sounds like,
You said,
and I just realized one of my figures has fallen. It's the money. I can tell what figure it is too.
oh man.
But I even have more to unbox. I think I'm at like 60 figures total. My twin brother actually. He's one of
Oh
my
wow.
co-hosts. He is Latino Heat TM. He's at 2,000.
Wow. You guys go to like shows and you like
Yes.
collect or trade?
He's going to a show tomorrow to get more figures out at the Armory. Actually, it's their monthly show there, or their monthly
Oh
convention type
yeah,
thing.
Nostalgia Fest, right?
Yes, it's
Yes, my
worth it.
brother-in-law is probably going to go there. I might go with him tomorrow, actually. So I might be there myself.
Then I may go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like going.
Now you have to pull up. Now you have to pull up. Who knew this would happen like this? Who thought we'd be here?
I love figures and stuff like that. I don't like collecting them, but I like, just like you said, seeing what others have. That Pikachu, it was a gift. Same thing with the helmet, and that's a little cooler plushie since I'm a little cooler.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
and then there's some My Hero Academia, Power Rangers, and the Joker in there. But next question: what championship match, win or lose, meant the most to you? Like, which gave you the best reaction after it was over? Like, wow, that's worth it. Like, when was the moment you realized you had made it almost?
Moment I feel like I've made it. I feel like I'm still working to make it, to be honest. Um,
Getting
but
a
a
crowd
match,
reaction is more than enough. Is what I'm like. Hey, crowd's reacting to you. That's all it can do.
but honestly, like the last that Midwest show that we were just talking about, that crowd
Mhm.
was so hot, and I was telling somebody that from the moment Ryan Crow tried to kick me, cheap shot me, caught that sucker. The crowd, that was, I think, one of the biggest pops of the night was me just catching his kick. And that was just, it was such a fun match to be in. The crowd was throughout the whole match. I feel like they never stopped talking. They were never stopped making noise. And so that's one that,
Absolutely not.
that's a feather in the cap for me.
Right. There's a specific moment. I have a really good memory when it comes to matches. Not even the match part. When y'all were coming out, the little kid instantly who stood up as soon as your music hit and went out and he got a snack cake. You know he had a smile the rest of the show, right? Like,
Yeah.
his smile
I mean,
did not fade.
it's hard to not make people happy when the Cake Monster is just giving out free food. It's
I
hard.
mean, that's how my wife made me fat and happy. I was 205 pounds. Now I'm back down to like 182. So
Dude, that's congrats on that, man. I got to get
I
down
was
too.
120. I was 120 when she met me.
120, bro. I cannot remember the last time I weighed 120. So I'll tell you that.
I did not go over 130 pounds until my 24th birthday.
I might have been that heavy when I was 4, bro. That's crazy.
I'm pretty much the same height as Cake Monster, but like this much skinnier. And the guy who I was next to is the same height as me, but he is 125 pounds because he's an MMA fighter. Ezra
yeah.
Butler. If you ever meet him, he is the softest spoken guy you'll ever meet, but he is like, it's so scary in the ring.
Dude, it's crazy how that works in like MMA and in, I would say, in wrestling too. Like sometimes some of the most vicious guys are just sweethearts outside the ring or outside the octagon or the cage.
DeCobra. I'm like, this guy is terrifying. But the line and the amount of kids that were lined up ready to talk to him, he talked to them on individual levels. Like, I love looking around and just watching stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love. That's one of the things I love is when you make that connection with the fan, when no matter how young or old, you give them like 20 minutes to forget about whatever's going on in the world, and you can inspire them something that happens in the show. They can take that into their real world and to apply it to their actual life. That's one of the best feelings I feel like I can get from wrestling.
My dad, who is not a fan of wrestling whatsoever, I bought him a ticket to the show because it was like $20 a ticket. Okay, I'm cool with that. He was
and
sitting
support independent wrestling. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. Because he's like, I'll go, but he watched Cake Monsters match. He's like, send me this guy's Instagram. So I thought, your Instagram, Cake Monsters, Anthony Totelli. I sent them all to my dad just because he's like, these guys entertain and it doesn't cost me $300 for a cheap seat.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. That's cool. And thanks for that with your
Oh,
dad. That's cool.
absolutely. My dad is funny because he's like, "Are you really running a podcast?" Oh, absolutely. I am dorky. I have high energy, and watching people's reactions to me chugging an energy drink 3 seconds before the show goes on is always great. That's become my ritual.
Chugging an
Because
energy drink. Hopefully,
you
don't
watch,
interview too many people, bro. Don't interview like 10 people in a day. That'd be bad for you then. Please,
oh,
I don't want you
if
to
I do
pass out in
that,
the middle of an interview.
oh, I don't pass out. I just tap out. Not even the fun way, just tap out. I have children, so whoa. And then my non-alcoholic beer. I probably have 60 cans around my room.
Oh wow. Okay.
Athletic brand.
Interesting. I've not heard of that. I'm not much. I don't drink beer, non-alcoholic or alcoholic. I've never been a beer person. So
I don't. It's been
not
5
even
years
root
since I've
beer.
had a real beer.
Not even root beer for me.
That makes me cry. I mean, that's a little sad right there. I love a good old fashioned root beer. The cheaper the brand, the better. Like the Fago root beer. Boom. Like nothing is
The
more
only
important than Fago root beer, Fago grape, or Fago pineapple. The one time I had it, I'm like, this is like super sweet. I'm done with it. It's
no, the
so
only root
sweet.
beer that is even like this isn't too bad. Is Culver's root beer. If you've ever been to Culver's, they got some solid root beer.
Yes, yes. I've been on a kick of Jimmy John's root beer recently.
Oh, I
I've
haven't
been,
had Jimmy John's in a hot minute. That sounds good
Latino
right now,
Heat,
though.
Latino Heat TM. He works at a Jimmy John's where almost across the street from where I work. He'll bring me lunch, so I'm like Jimmy John'd out. And
Well,
I've had a.
if he's going to Nostalgia Fest tomorrow, he should bring some Jimmy John's. That's what I'll say.
Do you prefer what is that go-to Jimmy John sandwich?
Bro, I do not even care. It's been so long. I
My
don't care what's
favorite
on
is
the
the
sandwich.
ham and cheese toasted with mayo.
That's perfect. The only thing I don't
Like,
really want on a sandwich is tomato, and I'll eat it if it's there, but I'd rather it not be there.
oh, you're like me, not picky. You'll try it once.
I mean, it's like if someone gave me a sandwich and it had a tomato on it, I would eat it. I'm not going to be rude and like spit it out, but I'm not going to order a tomato on my sandwich
Oh,
at the same
absolutely,
time.
absolutely. They now have Euro sandwiches with tzatziki sauce.
Oh, ooh, I
Cucumber,
might be hitting.
cucumber.
Ooh, that sounds fire.
If you're here in Fort Wayne, I will send you the address to the one he works at, just so you can mess with him at work.
Please.
Wait, are you in Fort Wayne?
I live in Fort Wayne, yes, sir.
So so CFR lives in town. There's a couple other of y'all. I just sent Juice Huerta a baby shower gift since he's not going to be at the next show. He's like,
Yeah,
you didn't have to. I was like, I can't buy a T-shirt if you're here, so I might as well buy baby gifts.
that's what a guy you are, man. What a guy.
Uh, Tate Manson, not. I'm goofy, yes, but I'm good looking. Okay, not really, but I got hit with the ugly stick and then ran over with the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't make fun of yourself, what's the point of being alive?
You know what? You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
I'm
If
the
not,
dorkiest guy you'll ever meet. But Juice Huerta graduated with my little sister, and he went to her Sweet 16, so I owed him that
oh, okay.
out of
Cool.
respect thing. I'm like, wait, and then he knew who my dad was because my dad coached him in baseball. If that says
Oh,
my
word.
age or anything, yes. So
Okay.
Juice,
Small world.
Juice got a. Oh, absolutely. And I found out like all sorts of people that I'm connected through friends of friends. And they're like, how do you remember all these connections? I was like, my brain's a spider web. I'll remember something out of the blue.
Yeah. Hey, just since you brought him up, if you ever do an interview with Juice Huerta and you ask him who his favorite wrestler is, if he says anyone other than Camden Francis, he's been lying to me. I'll say that.
I'm sitting here getting messages from Latino. He's like, what's the address that he needs to send a sandwich to?
Well, I plan on going to Nostalgia Fest. Just bring the Jimmy John's. I'll come find you.
He'll smell like Jimmy John's. He's always there. And I will say this: Latino Heat TM is one of the hardest workers because he will travel to different stores to help or different buildings to help people. Like it doesn't matter which one, the one downtown, the one on the north, the one by where CFR's at, the one on Lafayette, the one on
Wow.
Jefferson. I can keep going. He's been to them all.
They're running this guy ragged. I hope I hope he's taken care of very well for all the hard work he's doing.
Apparently, the Red Dragon, Tate Manson. Why you lie to yourself? Why lie to yourself, Camden?
What? About what? About what? About what, Tate? Juice Huerta has told me many times that I'm his favorite wrestler. So either he's been lying to me, which is possible, or he's lying to everyone else who he's not telling that I'm his favorite wrestler, which is also possible.
That's possible very well.
I tell no lies, only truth, no matter how hard it is to hear it.
Do you like zebra cakes? That's the question I keep forgetting to ask.
Do I like zebra cakes?
Yes.
They're fine.
I'm trying to convince my wife to get me a 50-count box of zebra cakes to put in front of Cake Monster at the next show. I want to see what happens.
I don't, because then I'm going to end up in a handicap match as he's puking his guts out on the side of the ring.
I want to see fan reaction wise.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to feed it to him. He might take them if you bring them there. Is what I'm saying.
No. Have you gotten to meet his cupcake monsters yet?
Oh yes.
He's like, where did that term come from? He messaged me after a show. I was like, because I just thought it was funny since you said you had kids, so I thought referring to your little ones as cupcake monsters.
That's.
Oh, you wanted me to send the link for the episode. I'm sitting here cross-eyed, like, oh. He wants me to send the link for the episode. I sent it. Okay. I am very slow at this kind of thing. Joining 5 minutes. Where's my goofy brother? Don't make fun of him for this, but he's got Hulk Hogan hair.
Hulk Hogan hair? That's better than no hair, I think.
He's rocking the skullet.
He's stressed from working so hard at Jimmy John's. When was the last time he had a day off?
Saturday.
Okay, I guess he's not working that hard then.
I got him on. I'm on. There we go.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, where's the Jimmy John? Oh, you wearing the shirt? He was wearing the shirt.
Hey, I'm actually working right now. I went to work at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm there till at least 9:30 tonight.
Brother, that's crazy. Yeah. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, for real.
But hey, if you're gonna be at Nostalgia Fest tomorrow, we could probably meet up at the Jimmy John's on Coldwater. I can use my discount over there.
Jimmy John's on Coldwater. Depends what time, but let me know. How long you?
Hey, they close at 9. So if we go anytime before 9, we can use my discount. That way we can get you a ham and 3 cheese melt.
All right, bet.
I see Camden just drew. Also, I still be a tag champ. Never rang a bell. Second.
Excuse me.
Tate. No, I just want to hop on, man, and tell you thank you from Snaps and Suplexes for being on the podcast, man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. I appreciate every opportunity I get to talk to people and share some more about who I am. So thank you guys.
And just so you know, I have Saturdays off, but I work 70 hours a week still.
Okay, so you are working hard. All right, yeah. I'll take back what I said. You working hard, almost got double overtime. So
I don't think I've done. I've not done double overtime since COVID. Nope.
But I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to say thank you and let you know I heard your request for Jimmy John, so we can use my discount tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, brother.
Because it's literally it's down the street and to the right from the Armory. It's across the street from Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So
I know that Walmart from somewhere. I know that Walmart. Feels like I know a guy who goes by 3 letters.
Yeah.
I've seen him at that Walmart before.
I'm sorry for any interaction you had with him at that Walmart.
I'm gonna get him to sign a potato, just to annoy him.
But I'll let you guys get back to doing your thing. Yeah. I just wanted to hop off for a second, tell you thank you, man.
Hey, thank you. You get back to your thing. Keep working hard. Appreciate you, man.
Sir.
Thank you.
I'm 2 hours left, so I'm chugging it out.
It'll be over before you know it, G.
Yes, sir. But later, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, bro. Yep, we don't look like twins at all. Everyone's like, "You're twins?" Oh yeah, we are twins.
No, I have a friend of mine. He's got a twin, and they're not identical either. So I get it.
My co-host Matthias plays, who's also busy because he has a son as well, who's 16. He's like 50 years old. I'm kidding. He's like 36. But
He ain't here to defend
Matthias,
himself, man. It's brutal.
right? He needs to apply for Medicaid by now, or Medicare, Medicaid. I get him confused all the time.
Why
Old
not
people,
both?
right. But Matthias plays calls me the Asian persuasion a lot because apparently I look Asian.
I was
I'm
saying, I
not.
didn't think you were Asian, so okay.
I'm not. I'm
I
not.
like the nickname though.
Oh, I've got so many good ones. Some that were a buddy of mine. We were going to be a tag team in the backyard show we were doing. We were both Hispanic, and then a third Hispanic joined. So we coined a phrase. We developed logos and everything, and then we all just stopped going due to personal reasons. But we came up with a name that was very offensive that would probably get us thrown off the air. The Wetback Warriors.
Y'all said it yourselves, so
Yeah, exactly.
you didn't have anyone else call you that.
Exactly. And the inspiration came from New Jack. He's like, embrace the stereotype. Okay. I've been a lawnmower, I've trimmed bushes, I've done busing, I've done it all. So it doesn't even offend me.
There you go.
Where's that one? What would you say to this next generation of wrestlers? Like, as in people who trained after you, like, hey, don't get stuck on being the very best, work to it.
That's good. I'll say two things. Two things on my mind. First one is don't compare your progress to someone else's progress. It might take someone a year till they're ready to have their first match. Other people, they take to it like a duck to water. They can have their first match after 2 weeks. It's just you can't look around and compare yourself to how other people are doing. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. And if you're looking around at other people, oh man, they got this opportunity. Oh man, I'll never be like that. You just put your head down and you keep working on your journey, and you'll get to the destination you work hard for. It might take you longer, but that's okay. That's the first thing I'd say. The second thing I think I'd say is don't be afraid to know your role. And I mean that in we see a lot of days, or especially on I think a lot of independent shows, you got the guys who want to be like the bad guy, but they want to be like the cool bad guy. They want everyone to cheer for them, but they're really supposed to be the bad guy. If you're supposed to be the bad guy, be a bad guy. Get people to boo you. That's your job as a wrestler. And also kind of the same tone as that. Sometimes a crowd, like that match I had last with Ryan Crow, I caught his kick. The crowd came alive. We didn't need to do anything super crazy. We didn't need to risk our lives doing tope suicidas left, right, and center. Read the audience, but know your role in the audience as well, or know your role within the match as well. I would say those are kind of two things. So don't compare your journey to other people, and know your role and responsibility.
I've said something a while back when he said something about being in the ring and cutting promos one-on-one. He doesn't hold back. He will always go hard no matter who is in front of him. And I was like, that makes good sense, because if you're the bad guy, you don't need to hold back. You can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I think I've heard, you got to have thick skin in wrestling, If you're out there, which I don't get into, I wish I had more chance to do promos because I love to chat. I love to have the mic in my hand. But if you can't be offended by everything, wrestler, because you go out there in front of a live crowd, someone might say something to you, and you can't go to the back. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Now, obviously, there's certain things that cross a line, of course, but not be so sensitive at the same time.
Well, absolutely. Who was that? Rush Jones. Rush Jones, amazing. He's amazing to watch. How is he that bulky? Because I'm thought about having a sign that would say to Rush Jones, "You look better fat," but I'm not going to be that mean.
That's what the Miz said to Jelly Roll.
Right? Exactly. It's like, ha ha ha, maybe you're right, but I'm happier this way, whatever. But it's just fans being fans, because with the backyard stuff, there was no censorship. I pretty sure I got called a lot of fun stuff, and it's like, that's
I can imagine.
really wrong. Because I was the one of 3 Hispanics on an all-white show.
I mean, yeah.
We had one black dude. My mistake. One black dude.
Okay. I don't recall being called anything super heinous while wrestling, but I've heard stories of other guys who they had to turn around and snap at somebody and say, "Mind your business, otherwise I'm about to jump over this barricade."
I'd say ask Congo. He's wrestled all over.
Yeah,
Because that man,
I'm sure he's.
why would you say it to a man 6'7", 400 pounds in his prime? He's probably 325, 350 right now, but
There's a crazy thing, man, where like I feel like on social media we could say things behind like a screen and no one knows who we are. And it gives people the freedom they think they could say that at a wrestling venue, at a basketball game, and just say crazy things and act like there's no repercussions. So fans need to. We all know it's a show. Chill out. You don't need to cross the line and say anything absurd, obscene, or racist, or whatever it might be. Like, it's a show. You need to chill out.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm like very careful, because whenever I'm like this, yes, I could be very offensive. That's why when I said I wasn't sure how you would take it, how my buddy next to me, Ezra, was like, "Wait, there's a guy like me here on this show." He got really excited. I was like, "Let's make sure this is cool off air." He's like, "This tag team's really cool," but he had never been to a wrestling show before, so he got to watch Cake Monster just be a beast. And Camden Francis, the wrestling. What was it? Oh, here it is. The Black and Brave wrestling trainee or graduate,
yes sir,
not trainee, graduate. He's like, wow, these guys put their heart and soul into it. I was like, yeah. But before I forget, before I get all looped up again, how would we reach out to Cam Francis? I have all your Instagram here, and if you want to walk me through it, I'll be able to.
Yeah, Instagram is the best way. Cam Francis Wrestling. My Facebook is just Joshua Francis. That's my shoot name. That's the way you can reach out to me too. I really don't. I should just change it. I never use that for like personal stuff anymore, or hardly ever, I should say. Instagram. I have a YouTube. I don't even remember what the YouTube is. I think it's Lights Camden Francis. I just remembered it. That's me right there. The guy right next to me, the little dude is E-Rock right there. Shout out to you, E-Rock. E-Rock.
Yes. I've seen that face. I know this guy from somewhere. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have seen him once or twice.
Who's this in the back? Is that Nathan Frazier?
No, that's not Nathan Frazier. That's Crotch.
Okay.
Now, Nate Frazier did go to Black and Brave, not at the same time as me, but we heard some stories about some of the stuff he did too. So those are the boys there.
He's huge. He's massive.
That's Rowan. He's one of those guys who's a sweetheart. Rowan's an awesome guy. He's from Scotland, but he's traveling all over, bro. I don't know if he's ever going to hear this or not, but Rowan, I miss you, dude.
Is his accent thicker than a T-Rex burger?
I don't remember his accent being too bad. There was another guy there whose name was Josh, and he got injured, so he had to drop out. But he had a really it's a deep English accent. I think it's like Cockney accent, and that threw me off for a little bit. Like, I don't know if you like Shocker or not, but Harry Kane, how he talks, like he's a little swallowing his tongue while he's talking. It's kind of like that. But
nice
much love for him.
I think Anthony maybe have some challengers when it comes to shoe game.
Bro, I used to work in a Nike store years and years ago. At that time, I had a lot. I can't even say I had an absurd amount, because I know people have like 200-300 plus pairs of shoes. But I had way too many shoes at the same time. Not so much now. I've condensed my collection a lot. That was my snapshot of last year. Cake Monster, we were the Super Shogun Tag Team Champions. At the top, my top left at least. Bottom left, that's the AACW Tag Team Champions. And just us whooping people in the other two pictures. And then, I like that picture in the middle.
I believe you have matching gear to this singlet and mask, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we have matching gear for that one.
Because honestly, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I saw this singlet, and then I was like, that one's awesome. And then he also has a Minion one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the Minion one we only busted out on certain special occasions, but those I don't have a Minion one. If anyone's wondering, I do not dress up like a Minion because that would be gross.
Dress up as Gru. Easy.
I had that idea. I wanted gear, but it just didn't work out that way. So maybe we could do that down the road, though.
You can always talk to Congo about making it.
Yeah, I mean he's made that gear there, so
I will say that is a good photo. That is
you.
that is like an 8x10 that like Surge would sell. That is like one you should like carry.
Oh, thank you. That was up at Super Shogun. It's in West Branch,
Yes.
Michigan. It's one of my favorite places to go wrestle. Shout out to Super Shogun.
And there's my Instagram, just your messages and mine open. Wow.
Oh no, they saw everything.
I'm always trying to like find good photos to show, but it's easier just to. I did this with CFR. Danny, you got hit. That ring moment. That must have been a flying elbow or something.
It was. I took an elbow to the jaw. It looked worse before I took the picture. I promise. There was a lot more blood beforehand, but
Absolutely.
those are my shirts. Old shirts. I don't have those shirts anymore. I need to make more shirts
like
though.
that
I'm
shirt,
working on that.
This match, like
Yep, that's the first one. And if you look really closely, they named me Joshua. So my first ever match, I was just Joshua Francis, and that's like a fun little tidbit way down the road.
yes.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was the first match.
I have a friend from Warsaw, Indiana. She's been my friend for 9 years now. We met in retail. I still work retail. Just a glimpse. I now have to click it.
That was at the Bluffton Street Fair probably 3 years ago now.
Wasn't that
So it
where
was just a little-
CFR won the tournament or something? Or was that
I think that's the Rumble that he won right there. Was that one? And I think it's the last time they did a Rumble, unless they did one this past year. I don't quite remember. That's just a little highlight thing I did. I need to be more active on Instagram though. Or I don't know if I need to be. It'd be nice to.
I tell people once a week. So I usually share something at the start of the week and then go from there.
I might have to apply that.
That's a good one too. Ezra's really big about that. Since with fighting and everything, he always tries to post at least once a week or do live. He's like, "You post on such a wicked schedule." I was like, "I post when I can."
Yeah.
Whenever I can, I try to post. Or whenever there's an interview, I try to post a few days ahead. Like I didn't announce Congos until I was done with your interview. Like just because I try to have a system.
Yeah. I got you.
Right, I forgot something. My brain flopped for a minute. I think I need more caffeine.
Getting withdrawals, bro.
Oh, pretty much. Working retail, I pretty much downed 1,200 milligrams of caffeine in coffee this morning. It was just floating off of that all day.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you should see me during Christmas time. I have a Red Bull in one hand and downing it and then helping someone, then grabbing another one within an hour.
Oh man. That's not good for you. I'm gonna let you know. I'm sure you know that already. But
absolutely.
I have to throw it out there. That's not healthy. Not a healthy lifestyle.
Here's the crazy part. I've been running races for 15 years. I've been running. I ran a half marathon on zero training and drinking Red Bull all week and grabbing a Red Bull 5 minutes before the race started.
I mean it's a drug of some kind, so I'm not surprised. I'm honestly.
And I finished in under 2 hours. So
but how did you feel that night or the next day?
I went back to work that night.
But how did you feel?
Feeling it was pain was weakness leaving the body.
There's a lot of weakness leaving your body.
I hurt. It hurt more to stand. It hurt more to go pee than it hurt to stand.
Oh, that might be a different problem, sir.
I thought it was kidney stones. It was not, but I just hadn't drank enough water. Heck, where is it at? I know I have it here somewhere. But most people are. How do I do this? How do I flip my camera? Up there's how I flip it. If you look on my top right, I have a bunch of Pokemon stuff that I find, like my Eevee hat.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yes, every dad needs one.
Are you so my son? I grew up watching Pokemon and playing the games, and my son he likes to watch it too. He knows Pikachu, he knows Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Eevee, Dragonite. I don't know if he knows Dragonite. I know Dragonite, but
I can keep going.
I believe you, Mewtwo. Are you like you just like the old stuff, like a Gen 1, or are you like still into Pokemon? That's a pimple up right there. So that's the anime, so I don't know if that counts.
It really just depends. I love old school, like I want the original 151 cards, but I'm never gonna get that. But I respect those who put hard work and soul out. Because where is it at? Oh, I have a drink right here. I have so much, and I had CFR going crazy because I have the last Ronin books.
Oh wow! I bet
Oh,
he
I have
nerded
a
out about that a
lot
little
of.
bit.
Oh, I threatened to open my horror movie figure turtle figures poorly, like rip the box open, and he looked at me like I was crazy. What? I used to do videos where I would poorly open figures just to make wrestling fans mad. The ones who
Oh,
keep
I
them in
gotcha.
box. Like, why would you keep them in box? It's like having a Michael Jordan rookie jersey but not wearing it. I'd wear it. You'd probably wear it.
No, I would
At least
never wear
once.
that jersey.
At
It would,
least
bro.
once.
If I had that jersey, it would be framed and sold really quickly. I'll say that.
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
I got bills to pay, brother, and I would pay a lot of bills for a long time.
oh, absolutely. That's why I'm always very careful with what I buy. Because
Yeah,
that EV hat, as much as you think it was, I paid $7.
that's hard to turn down.
The helmet was or there's a cup right there. It's from '94. I paid $4 for that.
You
From a
get the
nostalgia
deals. I
fest,
respect. I
actually.
respect that too.
Oh, I will always find deals. Like if there's a certain show you like what is your outside wrestling interests?
Pokemon's one of them, so that we already talked about that. Video
Mhm.
games, sports. You got my jerseys behind me. Football, basketball, soccer. Not as much as it used to be, but World Cup's coming up, so I'm really getting excited about that because I love watching the World Cup. Bro, you could probably have a 24-hour stream, right? Just pulling up a new pop
Oh,
figure.
oh, not even that. I'll just do it this way. Oh, I just set up my headset. I dropped all of them. But you're from about the same era I am, 95, 96. So you grew up with all the fun wrestling stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, look at that.
Original
There you
from
go, bro.
98.
That's cool.
I don't want to say how much I paid for this,
You don't have to.
but
Don't worry about it. No one's
it
making
was
you
a
say
lot.
anything.
And I opened it. But My Hero Academia, which honestly, I don't know why I like this pop so much, but it just looks so cool. And then I got an obsession with Bray Wyatt in about 2018, so I started picking up those, and I picked up this one.
That's cool. I did that.
It's one of those where most people are like, "Why would you pick that up?" I was like, "Why not? It's a flight."
That's
How
cool.
many wrestling fans, as a little kid, wanted a wrestling nightlight? And then I find obscure pops because my wife said I look Asian and I had green hair at one point.
That's just Joker, isn't it? Okay.
There's a special name for it, but it was just funny. But I find a
Excuse me.
lot of interesting things. You're fine. You're fine. I have so much random stuff, plus close to 200 DVDs hanging out. Oh, pretty sure if you like DVDs, I will always find fun ones.
Oh yeah. See, I'm not. I'm honestly not a big movie person. Like I like movies, but I'm not like I don't go out of my way to watch most movies. My wife more so than I am. So that's something we'll do is we'll sit down and watch a movie because that's something she wants to do. I'd
My
rather
wife
play a
says I
game
need
or
to get
watch
back into
sports. That's
running.
my thing.
I thumbed through it and realized I'm in good enough shape. What? Fat man running, you should be terrified. When I was 205, my knees hurt. Is there any questions that you that I have not thought of? I know you're probably not thinking that way, but is there any questions that you would love to answer that I have not thought of? Because my brain's like everywhere but here.
I just say the next Fort Wayne show is May 16th. Going to be at the Fort Wrestling. It's going to be a place I'm going to be at. It's going to be some great wrestling. I love when I can wrestle in Fort Wayne because I don't have to go very far. But also, Fort Wayne's a big
All right.
town. We need more wrestling. So I always love when there's an opportunity to wrestle in the fort.
Let's see if I can pull up Anthony's Instagram real fast because I
Oh
believe
yeah,
he has all the posts. He just
let's
keeps all the posts ready.
let's
Defend
promote
the
the
fort.
show.
Oh, absolutely. Because I will say there's two dynamic tag team matches that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Cody Lee and Austin Elm getting that butt whooped. I'll say that.
I will say we already know the main event because it's the main event. I mean, like, look at these faces. I mean, that face makes you want to.
Obviously, by me, the most must see match is the Cake Monster and Camden Francis versus Cody Lee.
Oh, that is you're right. That is a very big match.
That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I think the most underappreciated tag team in Oh So Delicious and the Midwest and beyond in independent wrestling versus I don't know, this group thrown together they had nothing else better for him to do. I'm not sure. No, Cody Lee wrestled him before. He faked an injury, and then I got kicked in the face afterwards, so I got a bone to pick with Cody Lee. Austin Elm, I'll say this about Austin Elm. He is in great shape. He's gotten in great shape. I aspire to do that. But I'm thankful my face isn't as punchable as his face. That's all I'll say.
I'm drinking an Athletic Brand IPA and about choked on it. Ooh.
I apologize. I don't want to kill anybody here.
No, that was funny. When you're trying to laugh but hold liquid in, I didn't want to spit it on my computer because, well, I spent. Okay, let's say this honestly. My wife spent way too much money on this.
Yeah, you got to take care of your technology. That's for sure. I need a new computer, so I've been.
Just the laptop itself was like $1,200. The double screen part was another $2, and the camera was another $75. So it's a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Because
that's gonna be a fun show.
Yes.
Defend the fort too.
Jacob Braun, he is such an amazing guy. Like his Instagram, I didn't know he was a personal trainer. He is strong too.
Yeah, he's another guy who takes care of his body really well. That's always respectable. They have that discipline, the discipline to just eat right and work out hard. And there's Jeremy Hadley right there too. There's that guy I was talking about earlier, Jeremy Hadley.
Oh yes, he's right there.
That's the president.
Yes,
and that his partner's the guy who kicked me in the face. So,
and then Donovan Cecil. I heard he's was in like the pro slap league or something like that.
He did it. I heard about it too. He had a match or I don't know, a contest of an outing, something. With Power Slap or one of the spin-offs of Power Slap, but the same idea. He won, and he's the big dude, so I'm not surprised that he won.
No, absolutely. That's why I would never take a chop from him, honestly. That just sounds like a bad day.
Chops are never fun, but a chop in the face would be lights out, night time.
No. I will say one thing about Jacob Braun that I wish I would have mentioned or even asked about. What was the idea behind the second worst tattoo I've ever seen?
You gonna ask him that?
I forgot to, but it was like a butterfly, and everybody asked why it's the second worst. I was like, because I have the worst tattoo.
Interesting. It's in the eye of the beholder, though. So
it's a pineapple, and I didn't realize it was a couple's tattoo until my wife, after 5 years of having the tattoo, told me.
That's cute. So she has a matching pineapple tattoo? Is what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
That's awkward. Nope. That means there's someone else out there who has that same tattoo. That's not your wife.
No. Oh, exactly. I said I need to get a matching tattoo as my wife, and she said absolutely not. I was going to copy one of hers, but that's just because I'm a husband, and if I'm going to do something, it's going to be to annoy my wife first and foremost. Yeah. If you don't annoy your wife, are you happily married?
That's right.
Like if you don't try to suplex her onto the bed, German suplex her, are you really happily married? I can deadlift German suplex my wife, so I'm very proud of being able to do that.
I'm sure she loves that.
No, I've eaten a few elbows, but that's fine. That's worth it. I will say before we get off here, because I'm probably calling it a night because my old butt's ready for bed.
I gotta get ready to go to bed too, so all good.
Yeah. But tomorrow morning, Camden Francis and myself will be out at Nostalgia Fest. At least Camden Francis will be. I
plan on it. I can't guarantee I'll be there yet, but my plan is that I'll try to make it out there.
It's fun. If you've ever been inside there, it's fun.
I missed it the last time because my brother-in-law, I think he's been there 2 or 3 times. I'll tell a quick funny story. I was at a wrestling show one time that he went, and my wife went with him. Just she had nothing else to do on Saturday, so she took him and our son. And she's like, "Hey, is there anything you'd like?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." I said, "No, come on, there's got to be something." I was like, "Well, I like Final Fantasy is my favorite game series. I'll say at least 7 and onwards." And I was like, "If there's like an old like Final Fantasy game, like 7, 9, that'd be cool." And she bought me a PS2 version of Final Fantasy X, which is really sweet, but I already had one, so I didn't need it. So I got these 2 copies of this game that I love, but I don't need them. I only need one of them.
I have a Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy. I have a sealed PS2 copy of GTA San Andreas that's never been opened. So I'm very proud of that.
Okay.
And I paid $8 for it.
That's some restraint because you seem like the guy who wants to open his stuff and try it out. So
if certain things I won't open, like if I have Pokemon cards, I can always like hold off on opening those. But if I have something that I want to open, like let's just say like a figure or something, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere just their heart died.
Yes.
Someone's just seized up.
Oh, absolutely, because it was just from the Creep Show.
Okay. So yeah, someone is. You've just lost so much value. That's what someone's saying.
There's no value to them, especially with how I buy them. There is zero value.
The way I look at it is, you bought it, so you can do with it whatever you want because the value is yours. That's what it's valued.
Oh yes. To pop my cousin.
I love it. It's my son's favorite Pokemon is Pikachu right now. So
my daughter's is too. But I appreciate your time, Camden Francis, and we did pop your Instagram up on the screen already. Easy to follow because it'll link to your everything. And I always say, if you're a wrestling fan, give us 30. Like I always say, give a wrestler 30 seconds. Like, hey, it's good to see you. You did great. Like the last match you remember, because every wrestler loves acknowledgement.
I would appreciate anyone that, if I've ever done a match or had a moment you said, I liked that, that'd mean a lot to me. Something that I could have done that stuck with you, I'd love to hear it just because it'd make my heart happy that I was able to leave something behind.
And if you're at the Midwest Wrestling Combat Defend the Fort show, we need to bring Camden Francis 52 subs from Jimmy John's. I'm kidding. We do not need to bring him subs.
That would be hilarious. I would probably corpse really hard about that.
You just hand them, guys, here's a sandwich for you. Here's a...
You probably make some money out there. Stand outside and sell them.
They had pizza the last time. I was like, oh, I'm good. I had eaten so much pizza at Fresh Market. You ever had their pizza?
I have not, honestly. I have not.
Go on a Tuesday. The small ones are $5.
Okay. Fresh Market. I'll check that out.
The Fresh Market over on Jefferson, I'm always in there. And every Tuesday they're on sale. But there's different sales throughout the week. But there is a hot honey pepperoni pizza, and
that sounds fire. No pun intended.
It is. I love it, and I'm pretty sure I ate 4 whole pizzas in the span of 3 days at work. Because I work in a refrigerator, so yeah.
It is the most versatile food. You know, people, what kind of, if you can only eat one food for the rest of your life, it's pizza, because there's so many things you could do with it.
Technically, it's an open-faced sandwich, according to some.
I wouldn't say all that.
I don't like that saying, but it's... And this is how you know it isn't a shoot. I'm just sitting here drinking liquids. But I did a almost 3-hour show with CFR. Yes, 3 hours. That was miserable. Like at the end, I had to pee so bad that I had like 8 cans of soda emptied out.
Oh my!
It's about how strong the bladder is.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the hardest you've ever been hit? I know a Congo chop knocked the future out of you, but
the hardest I've ever been hit. The hardest I would say I've ever been hit in that reel that you just showed off in that Bluffton Street Fair Rumble. Like 2 seconds after that ends, this guy comes over. I won't say his name, but Josh Morris comes over and slaps me in the ear harder than I've ever been hit outside of like football or in an actual fist fight. And my ear is ringing until I get back through the curtain. And that is the hardest I've ever been hit in a ring. Was when I got slapped/punched in the ear by who won't be named.
I know that sound you're talking about because I've had that happen quite a few times.
Yeah, that's for sure the hardest I've been hit in a ring. At least the one that sticks out the most.
I'm sitting here getting notifications like, "Hey, who wants to join the show?" Like, dude, I'm done. Like, this is it. This is the end for today. Because I will say, if I attend enough MWC shows, Shogun shows, I would love to like bump. I've done it before, but just for my own pops and giggles, because Matthias plays and Latino Heat TM don't understand.
It's jarring. It is something that's like, oof.
Anthony says, "Don't hold your breath."
Don't do that.
Worst thing I say is a superplex. I was so scared. They're like, "You'll be fine." I landed. I couldn't feel my feet or arms, and then I was like, "Are they broken? Are they broken?" I start moving. We're good. But I do appreciate your time. We're gonna call it quits because my old butt wants to go lay down.
No, Michael, I appreciate you taking the time to interview me. It's a pleasure. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much, bro.
And wrestling fans are the greatest thing in the world.
I'll see you possibly tomorrow at Nostalgia Fest, but definitely at Defend the Fort too.
Yes, I gotta get a picture with you and Cake Monster with my kids, possibly if there's time. If there's time.
No, there'll be time. There'll be time.
But thank you again. Like, subscribe, comment for more. Enjoy my beautiful logo that I post on everything. And we are doing hat sales, $20 a pop if y'all want one. Thank you, everyone.